Edinburgh, a city of majestic castles and winding cobbled streets, but beneath this veneer of beauty lies a darker reality, a hidden world of gangs and violence. This is the underbelly of Edinburgh, a place where shadows dance and whispers carry tales of crime and despair. We'll delve into this world, exploring the history, the players and the impact of gangs on this iconic city. This isn't a tourist brochure, it's a raw look at the city's hidden scars. From the early days of territorial disputes to the modern complexities of organized crime, gangs have left their mark. Prepare to journey into the heart of Edinburgh's darkness. Prepare to confront the realities of gang life. This is the story of Edinburgh's gangs. The roots of gang culture in Edinburgh stretch back centuries. In the narrow, winding alleyways known as closes and wynds, territorial gangs clashed. Poverty and desperation fueled these early conflicts. These were battles fought for survival, for control of meager resources. The city's rapid growth brought with it overcrowding and social unrest. This created a breeding ground for criminal activity. Young men, often with little opportunity, found solace and purpose in the camaraderie of gangs. These early gangs were often based around specific trades or neighborhoods. They enforced their own codes of conduct, often resorting to violence to maintain control. As Edinburgh prospered, so too did its criminal underworld. The stage was set for the emergence of the notorious gangs that would later plague the city. Why do people join gangs? The answer is complex and multifaceted. For some, it's a matter of survival. In impoverished communities, gangs offer protection and resources. They provide a sense of security in a world that often feels dangerous and unpredictable. For others, the allure lies in the sense of belonging. Gangs offer a surrogate family, a tight-knit community where loyalty and brotherhood are paramount. The thrill of power and status is another powerful draw. Gangs offer a pathway to influence and respect, however distorted. Finally, there's the simple allure of money. Gangs offer opportunities for financial gain through illicit activities. The escape becomes increasingly difficult. Edinburgh's history is punctuated by the rise and fall of notorious gangs, each leaving a lasting impact on the city's fabric. These groups have left an indelible mark on the city, their names whispered in the shadows, and their deeds etched in the memories of its residents. One such gang was the Niddry Terror, known for their brutal violence and iron-fisted control over the Niddry area, instilling fear in the hearts of many. Another infamous group was the Clery Jungle, operating in the Clermiston area, notorious for their ruthless tactics and criminal enterprises. They were involved in a wide range of criminal activities, from drug trafficking to extortion, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The young Clery casuals, a younger generation of the Clery Jungle, continued the cycle of violence, perpetuating the legacy of their predecessors. They brought a new level of ruthlessness to the streets, engaging in bloody feuds with rival gangs, escalating the violence to unprecedented levels. These are just a few examples of the many gangs that have plagued Edinburgh over the years, each contributing to the city's turbulent history. Each gang has its own unique history, its own cast of characters, and its own legacy of violence, shaping the narrative of Edinburgh's darker side. Section 5: Scars on the city, gang violence and its victims. Gang violence leaves deep scars, both physical and emotional. The victims are not just the individuals targeted, but the entire community. Fear becomes a constant companion. People live in the shadow of violence, constantly looking over their shoulders. The stories of the victims are heartbreaking. Innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. Families torn apart by loss and grief. Young lives cut short by senseless violence. The emotional toll of gang violence is often overlooked. The cycle of violence continues, leaving a trail of broken lives in its wake. Section 6: A community under siege. The impact of gang activity. Gang activity has a corrosive effect on communities. It erodes trust, fuels fear, and disrupts the social fabric. Businesses are forced to close. Families move away. Neighborhoods become isolated and neglected. The economic impact is significant. Gang violence increases policing costs, strains social services, and discourages investment. This creates a downward spiral, further impoverishing already struggling communities. The social impact is even more profound. Gang activity creates a climate of fear and distrust. People become reluctant to engage in community activities. The long-term consequences are devastating. Section 7 whispers in the wind's anecdotes from Edinburgh's streets. Stories of gang activity circulate through Edinburgh's streets like whispers in the wind, echoing through the narrow winds and hidden corners. Tales of brutal violence, daring heists, and narrow escapes are part of the city's dark folklore. These anecdotes, often passed down through generations, paint a vivid picture of the city's underbelly, revealing a side of Edinburgh that tourists rarely see. One such story tells of a young man who witnessed a gang initiation ritual, a moment that would haunt him forever. He described a chilling scene of violence and intimidation, a young recruit forced to prove his loyalty through a brutal act, leaving an indelible mark on his psyche. Another anecdote recounts the tale of a shopkeeper who refused to pay protection money to a local gang, standing up against the criminal elements. His defiance was met with swift and brutal retribution, a stark reminder of the consequences of resistance. His story serves as a cautionary tale, a testament to the power and ruthlessness of Edinburgh's gangs and the fear they instill in the community. These stories offer valuable insights into the dynamics of gang culture, shedding light on the hidden struggles and silent battles fought in the shadows of this historic city. Section 8. The long shadow of the law, policing gangs in Edinburgh. Policing gangs in Edinburgh presents a complex challenge that requires a multifaceted approach. The secretive nature of gang activity makes it difficult to gather intelligence and build cases, often leaving law enforcement in the dark. The code of silence that pervades gang culture makes witnesses reluctant to come forward, fearing retribution. Traditional policing methods often prove ineffective in breaking through these barriers. Community policing initiatives, which emphasize building relationships and trust, have shown more promise in recent years. By engaging with the community, police can gain valuable insights into gang dynamics and identify potential interventions that might otherwise be missed. However, even community policing has its limitations and cannot solve the problem alone. The deep-rooted nature of gang culture requires a multi-pronged approach that addresses various aspects of the issue. Addressing the underlying social and economic factors that contribute to gang involvement is crucial for long-term success. Only by working together, combining law enforcement efforts with community support and social services, can we hope to break the cycle of violence and create safer, healthier communities for everyone. Section 9, Breaking the Cycle, Initiatives to Combat Gang Culture. Numerous initiatives have been implemented to combat gang culture in Edinburgh. These programs aim to address the root causes of gang involvement, providing young people with alternatives to a life of crime. Mentorship programs connect at-risk youth with positive role models, offering guidance and support. Educational programs focus on raising awareness about the dangers of gangs and promoting positive life choices. Job training and employment programs provide young people with the skills and opportunities they need to succeed in the legitimate workforce. By providing economic alternatives, these programs reduce the allure of gang membership. Community outreach programs aim to build trust and strengthen relationships between the police and the community. Section 10. Echoes of the Past. The Evolving Landscape of Gangs. The landscape of gangs in Edinburgh has evolved over the years. While traditional territorial gangs still exist, new forms of organized crime have emerged. Drug trafficking, cybercrime, and human trafficking are becoming increasingly prevalent. These new criminal enterprises present new challenges for law enforcement and the community. The rise of social media has also had a significant impact on gang culture. Gangs use social media to recruit new members, intimidate rivals, and coordinate criminal activities. Globalization has also played a role in the evolution of gangs. International criminal networks have established links with local gangs, facilitating the flow of drugs, weapons, and people across borders. Despite these changes, some things remain the same. Section 11. A Glimmer of Hope. The Future of Edinburgh's Streets. Despite the challenges, there is reason for hope. The combined efforts of law enforcement, community organizations and individuals are making a difference. The number of gang-related incidents has decreased in recent years. Communities are becoming more resilient, young people are finding new pathways to success. The key to lasting change lies in addressing the root causes of gang involvement. This requires a long-term commitment to investing in education, job training and social programs. By offering support and opportunities, we can help them break free from the grip of gangs. The future of Edinburgh's streets depends on it.